Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're well. You know, the closer we get to the 2nd of May and the elections for the Mayor of London, you're going to start to see more of the rhetoric coming from every corner and them actually, well, parroting what they intend to do with the place if they win their first term, or in a certain individual's case, a third term. Howard Cox, I like Howard Cox. I've said that repeatedly. He's from outside the system. He has some idea of what people think. He's a business owner, and as you know, he's campaigned for fair fuel for years, absolute years. Susan Hall, no, conservative, part of a broken system. And as for Sadiq Khan, well, yes, we all know our opinion of that particular mayor who's bidding for a third term. Now, one of the biggest bugbears is, of course, what's going on with having to pay £12.50 a day every time you go into London. Not good. Another bugbear, the crime rate, out of control, yet he will turn a blind eye to all of that in the name of the environment. I don't know if any of you have heard of the C40 Cities group. I know the majority of you have. Go and Google that when you finish watching me, and you can see what he's involved in there. But I was made aware of a headline that came out, well, last night, in fact, and here it is. London mayor elections, Sadiq Khan launches climate action plan for London. Now, climate action plan, whenever I see his face and those words put together, it fills me full of dread, because I think, what the hell is he going to do to the place now? We already have the ultra low emission zone and everything else that goes with it. There's talk of, is he going to introduce pay per mile? Is he not, if he wins another term? He, of course, denies it, and he will. All the while he can get away with it. The future is what it is. We'll just have to wait and see. But what's involved in this climate action plan? Well, he's harping on about net zero again, saying that he wants to recommit to making London net zero by 2030. Let's have a look at some of the details, what he actually wants to do here. So we've got, there was an event at Stoke Newington, and Mr. Khan said he was proud of what we've done to tackle air pollution and the climate crisis. Yeah, sure, everyone that drives a car, charge them. But he was now determined to go even further with a new 10-point climate action plan for the city, which includes exciting new initiatives like putting solar panels on school roofs. Really? Have you seen what happens when these things reach the end of their shelf life and you have to dispose of them? Not very environmentally friendly. Another video for another time. As part of his plan, Mr. Khan aims to deliver a 100% zero-emission bus fleet in London by 2030. Do you mean electric? Wimbledon? Put air pollution filters in primary schools. Provide more than 40,000 new public bike parking spaces by 2030. Air pollution filters in schools, possibly. Open a window, maybe. 40,000 new public bike parking spaces by 2030. I've seen, particularly around the Isle of Dogs and that area where they're doing a lot of construction work, so many bike lanes and all that sort of thing going on. This is what he wants. Nothing in the city at all with four wheels. It's all public transport, all bikes, all walking. If anything comes in, heavily charged. And double the number of electric vehicle charging points to 40,000 by 2030. He's also pledged to help schools reach net zero, strengthen a program to make homes and offices more energy efficient, and expand his school streets initiative by restricting car access. There we go. Restricting car access outside schools during drop-offs and pickups. Well, what are they going to pick them up in? A kayak? That's kind of self-defeating, that. And we've seen major traffic jams. We've seen emergency services vehicles not being able to get to where they're going. The man's a disaster. Among Labour's broader climate pledges for London are creating jobs in green industries, increasing investment in walking and cycling, planting more trees. Well, I'll tell you what, if you're worried about the environment, Sadiq, plant more trees. That idea I can get behind. Mr. Khan warned that the environment and net zero were crucial issues on the ballot paper, saying the choice couldn't be starker. London is at a crucial crossroads. One path leads to clean air in our city, continuing to be at the forefront of the fight to save our planet, and the other path takes us backwards. Only voting Labour in London will keep green politics alive, he said. Well, if that's ever an advert not to vote for the individual, there it is right in that end sentence there. He's basically going to continue to drive London into the ground economically, logistically, socially, safety-wise. So much is wrong with that entire article if you really dig in and read between the lines. Don't do it. Time for change. Time for change. If you're a Londoner and you watch this, let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure you hit the like button as it helps the algorithm spread this around. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And of course, share me on your social media. I appreciate it. As always, I look forward to talking to you again soon. Toodaloo.